XO. This is the largest convoy yet that Jansen has escorted. The Allies appear to be turning the tide on the war's material output and shipping capacity.
Does it say how many other escorts are coming with us?
Not enough.
When has it ever been enough?
Here's something new. Allied intelligence reports that the Germans have new technology, making their subs more difficult to find. They call it the snorkel, and it allows them to recharge their batteries from periscope depth. This new development could be troubling.
Is there anything more about that? I mean, can they still be spotted by radar?
No, there's no more information.
Let's just hope they haven't fitted enough subs with it to make a difference.
These orders also say that we should not expect much from the Navy's patrol aircraft. Our assets are already spread pretty thin.
And what does the weather report say?
Ugly, XO. Cold, dark, fog, rain, wind. The North Atlantic is not friendly to anyone this time of year. See if you can bring on board more bread, peanut butter, and cold cuts before getting underway tomorrow. I don't want to run out of sandwich meals if the seas are so rough that the cooks cannot prepare proper food for the crew.
Aye aye, Captain. I'll make it a priority for the SAPO. Captain, I will go meet with the department heads now, and issue the appropriate orders to continue making ready for sailing tomorrow morning.
With each successive crossing, I wonder if it will be my last. Early on, I feared losing the ship to the enemy. I still do, but less so now, with the crew getting better each trip. The XO could easily take command of Jansen, and I could get promoted to escort commander, or even be ordered ashore to become a training officer to help train the newly commissioned officers who man the newer ships. For the time present, however, it is still my job to command Jansen on this next convoy. When will this war end? We will be forming the convoy with the other escorts at Argentia. The waters around the port are treacherous, especially near Chambers Cove. We had a few serious incidents there last year. This convoy has the most ships I've ever seen in one. It is also a huge target, and if the Germans find us, they will have plenty of ships to shoot at. We have to keep any U-boats we find on the defensive, for if one gets inside the escort screen, chaos will ensue. Just my luck. I have discussed the weather with the convoy commander, and we have agreed to take a more northerly track if a hurricane heads our way. That may add distance, but these merchant ships cannot make any headway at all if they are forced to sail into the waves just to keep from flipping over. The sailing orders say we should not expect any air cover on this trip. The previous convoy was nearly wiped out by several wolf-pack attacks along the way. I suppose those boats are still out there in great numbers, biding their time.
All escorts, this is the escort commander. Our convoy is approaching an unidentified merchant ship that appears to not be making way. At bearing
156,
range
6,400 yards.
from the guide. All escorts, maintain your patrol sectors and be especially wary of possible U-boat contacts. Stand by for further orders. Out.
Maintaining station. Roger. Bloodhound out.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 134. Range 1,700 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 134. Range 1,700 yards. I designate contact able. Time 16:1.
Contact able now bears 143. Range
Radio, Captain.
1,700
Send a
yards.
report to Convoy Commodore. Jansen has unknown contact on radar. Front of the convoy.
Contact able, coming in much more strongly. I evaluate as a definite contact.
Captain I.
Able now bears
Officer of the deck, set general quarters.
152.
Set general quarters. Aye. General quarters. General quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Set conditions zebra throughout the ship.
Stern depth charge detail manned and ready. Main battery ports manned and ready. Engineering officer watch reports engineering manned and ready. Zebra set. 4 boilers online. Max speed 32 knots. Electric plant split. All fire pumps online.
Very well.
Contact Able now bears 161. Range 1,800 yards. Now bears 167. Range 1,900 yards.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Destroy the U-Boat Hunter. So we're here on Battle 1, Mission 9, the final mission. At least it should be anyway. If the game doesn't glitch out and start perpetually going through the entire war, lasting as long as the entirety of World War II for that matter.
Course 176.
Alright, well we immediately got a critical hit on Able there. Hockey did anyway. Good job.
Lookout. Oil slick bearing 177.
Anyway, so one thing that they mentioned when he was talking with, I presume, his XO in the wardroom at the start of this mission, they mentioned the snorkel.
Surface radar has
Like, well, I wonder if it could be detected on radar. And, you know,
0.
well,
Range.
yes, it could if the radar is good enough.
Bridge combat. New surface contact.
But here's the thing, you know, the snorkel has the benefit of allowing the submarine, of course, to stay submerged with only the snorkel sticking above the water and allowing it to run the diesel engines so it can recharge the batteries. But
Bearing.
apart from being harder to see visually and possibly detect by radar because it's not such a big thing as a surface U-boat, there's nothing particularly stealthy about a snorkeling submarine. It is still making a tremendous amount of noise. This is running as diesels, so any sound man on the sonar gear could hear it.
Now bears.
So there's that.
9.
In fact, arguably, I think I've read that a snorkeling submarine will actually be louder running its diesel engines than a surface submarine will be running its diesel engines, because the sound from all the diesel engines is entirely going into the water. So, there's that.
20 degrees right. Rudder 20
Anyway.
degrees right. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships.
Well, we got lots of big fun here. We're attacking Charlie.
Last bearing 1. Fire 2. 9. 7.
Let's see if we can get it.
200. Fire 3. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. Charlie, bearing 0, 1, 3. Range from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regaining contact. Baker, bearing 3, 2, 4. Range 9,000 yards from Bloodhound.
300 yards. Investigating arc 3, 4, 3 through 0, 7, 3. Aye, sir. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 2.
And we have another new contact, very close to us, Dog.
1,300 yards.
Also, look at the names of the escorts we have now. So they're all Hockey and Maple and Maple.
800 yards.
Like whatever happened to Antler and, you know, all those other guys, they just up and vanished.
Bearing 275. Range 1,300 yards.
Well, not that
Designate
matters much.
contact.
They're all
Dog.
just slow escorts.
Gain contact. Dog. Bearing 3, 2, 2. Range 100 yards. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 3, 2, 2. Fire 1. Last range 100 yards. Fire 2. Fire 3. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 333. Range 8,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Charlie, last known bearing 114. Range 900 yards from Bloodhound. Sonar, this is the captain. Combat sonar. We gain contact. Dog, bearing 1, 2, 4. Range 500 yards. Investigating arc 0, 7.
Okay, well, we're not doing too hot right now. We're not knocking him down like we were last mission.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 1, 4, 3. Range 700 yards. Very strong propeller noise. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 0, 1, 5. Range 9,500 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 015.
range 9,500 yards. I designate contact. Easy.
3. Last range 8,300 yards. Ready depth charges. Shallow power. Fire 1.
Sonar.
Contact. Dog. Now bears. Fire 2. 6. 0. Range 30. Fire 3. Bearings drifting right. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 2.
6, 0.
Last range 30 yards.
Bridge, poor lookout, oil slick. Bearing 1, 3, 5. Bridge, poor lookout, oil slick. Bearing.
Alright, we did some decent damage to Dog there.
Sonar. This is the captain. Combat sonar. Regain contact.
The funny thing is that everyone credits the Germans with the snorkel, but it was actually a Dutch invention, essentially.
From Bloodhound.
At least they began experimenting with it first on submarines, so really the credit should go to the Dutch. The Germans simply stole it from them, essentially.
Lost contact. Easy. Last known bearing.
I think it didn't start seeing use until, I think, the summer of 1943, and operationally in earnest in, like, 1944.
3, 3, 2.
There's that. So this is very much a late war thing,
Propeller noise.
especially in the Atlantic.
Bearing steady. Surface radar has
So,
contact.
and another contact. Yes.
3. Range 1,200 yards.
Bridge, combat.
God, everyone's showing up around us.
From radar. Bearing.
I got Fox.
1,
Where are
2,
you?
3. Range 1,200 yards. I designate contact. Fox. Time.
Yes. Let's shoot at it, make it go away.
Fire.
Bearing 2, 9, 1. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple
Fire.
lost contact. Bearing 3. Last known at bearing 3, 3, 2. Range
Fire.
8,200 yards. From Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Fire.
Dog. Now bears. 3, 1, 2. Range
Fire.
600 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Fire. On target.
Combat sonar.
Fire.
Contact. Dog. Now bears. 3,
Fire.
3, 2. Range 300
Fire.
yards. Contact decreasing
Fire.
depth.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost
Fire.
contact. Bearing 3. Last known at bearing 3, 3, 4. Range 7,700 yards. From Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Bearing 3.
Fire
Bearing
1.
3, 4. Range 7,700 yards.
Fire 2.
From Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the
Fire
right.
3.
Bearing 0, 0, 8. Appears to be. Periscope feather.
Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing 1, 1, 8. Last range 1,200 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0, 7, 6. Range 100 yards.
Estimated depth, shallow.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Bearing 3. Last known at bearing 3, 3, 5. Range 7,100 yards. From Bloodhound.
All escorts, contact Baker has most likely been sunk by Maple. Congratulations to your crew.
Well, it's about time, Maple.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Easy.
Oh, there's a periscope out there.
0. Range 9,000 yards.
Of course, the problem with a snorkel, though, is that in heavy seas, waves can wash over the top of it.
0, 5.
And snorkels, anyway, are designed with what's called a head valve. A valve that'll shut in the event that water comes over it. So the problem is that if that valve on the top of the snorkel shuts with the air induction, then instead of sucking air from the atmosphere, the diesel engines will be sucking air from inside the submarine. And this causes a sudden change in atmospheric pressure,
Easy.
which is going to be very painful on your ears.
Bloodhound, this is
So,
Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on
not to
contact.
mention when that valve opens up again, you get another change in pressure in your ears. So it's not unheard of for, if you're not paying close attention to this, then
Steady as she goes.
you could literally blow out the crew's eardrums with these sudden changes in pressure.
Last bearing
So,
0,
yeah.
6, 3. Last range.
That's why,
300 yards.
I guess I can only speak for U.S. diesel electric submarines, but at least some of them anyway, the Barbell class anyway, had altimeters fitted inside of them.
Bridge, starboard lookout.
You're thinking, like, why the heck would a submarine need an altimeter?
2, 8.
Fire.
Well, because it's easier to see the altimeter spinning rapidly, which denotes changes in air pressure, you know, in the event that the head valve is closed. So, if the engineers suddenly see the altimeter spinning wildly, it means there's a problem. So, shut down the diesel engines. So there's that.
Fire. Target bearing 1, 3, 6. Fire. 2,400 yards. Fire.
Of course, I like to think the actual reason that a submarine has an altimeter is because, you know, when they do an emergency blow, an emergency surface, and really get that submarine moving on an uncontrolled ascent, they come out of the water, and they're really measuring how much, you know, altitude they get above this water surface, you know, how much the submarine can fly. Right? No, not really.
Combat sonar.
Well, that's what they like to think. We're gonna make this submarine fly.
Range 1,400 yards. Of course, 207. Course 207. Aye, sir. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 207. Range.
Well, Hockey, you seem to have a pretty good run over that, but yet you still missed. And here comes the other Hockey against Easy. Let's see how they do.
This is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Easy. Last known bearing. 008.
Way too early.
Yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound.
Not impressed. How mediocre of you, Hockey.
Easy. Bearing. 008. Range. 9,200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound. This is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Easy. Last known bearing. 008. Range. 9,300 yards.
Fire
Bloodhound.
2.
Bloodhound. This is Hockey. Hockey regained contact.
Fire
Easy.
3.
Bearing. 008.
03. Last range. 300 yards.
Bridge, poor lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 037.
Well, then again, I didn't do any better against Charlie there, so who am I to talk, huh?
254.
Bridge, poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 030. Scope feather.
Bloodhound. This is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Charlie. Last known bearing. 339. Range. 600 yards from Bloodhound.
Alright, let's see if I can get right over this guy and get him. I've become pretty decent at this, just kind of eyeballing the drop when they're at periscope depth and I can see the feather.
Poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon.
So I like to wait till the periscope would have been about maybe 1/3 to 1/2 of ship length down, and then fire.
Charlie now bears 3. Fire 2.
Yeah, there we go, we're right over them.
100 yards. Firing drifting right. Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Let's see how that one does against Charlie.
50. Last range. 30 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing 156.
There we go, lots of regular damage.
Depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Unknown results.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Maple engaging.
Ready depth charges.
Well, we seem to have got Charlie there.
This is
I don't see it on the
Proceed to engage
tactical map
contact.
anymore.
Fox.
Roger. Hockey engaging contact. Fox.
8. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 048. Range 8,900 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing 328.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 048. Range 8,900 yards. I designate contact. How? Time 16:32.
Bridge, poor lookout. Oil slick bearing 260.
All escorts, contact Charlie has most likely been sunk by a Bloodhound. Congratulations to your crew.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 020. Range 5,300 yards. Lost
Wow,
contact.
How and item are right there
Last
together.
bearing 013. Last
Well,
range.
I guess we should attack them or
4,600 yards.
something.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 020. Range 5,300 yards. I designate contact. Item. Time 16:37.
Stand by to fire. Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple regain contact. George. Bearing 327. Range 5,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 044. Appears to be.
Alright, you made the mistake of putting your periscope up, buddy. Time to meet your doom.
Range 3,100 yards.
5. Rudder 15 degrees left. Aye. Steady on course.
Well, I haven't seen any indication that any of these U-boats are snorkeling, so I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing or not.
Rudder 25 degrees right. Rudder 25 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Ah, shoot, I realize I just haven't set my depth charges yet. Dang it.
Bearing 0.
Oh, we're gonna drop a little bit late.
5. Range 200 yards.
Bridge, combat. New contact from sonar. Bearing 055. Range 200 yards. I designate contact. Jig. Time 1640.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Jig. Last bearing 0. Fire 1. 5. Last range 100 yards. Fire 2. Surface radar has regained contact. How? Bearing 3. 3. 4. 3. Range 2,800 yards. Ready. Starboard lookout. Well side bearing 2. 2. 5.
Well, we still did some damage to Jig there. Hey, we got a critical hit. Look at that.
Starboard lookout. Oil
Fire.
side bearing 2.
That was not my intention.
Stand by to fire.
I think I was aiming for item, but I must have got Jig there. Well, I'll take that as well. Fine.
Hockey regained contact. Easy. Bearing 297.
Fire.
Range 5,300 yards.
Wait, no, we did. I don't think we did get item. Item is still up there. Look above us.
Fire.
It's somewhere not far from Hal.
Surface radar has a
Fire.
new contact. Bearing 010.
Fire.
Range 2,900 yards.
Bridge, combat.
Fire.
Yes, yes. Now we got King.
Bearing
010. Range.
Yeah, they're all bunched up around here. They're all coming in from the north.
King. Time 1641.
Target bearing 339.
Yeah, we got here, folks. We got these submarine. We got to dip charge it. Yeah, shoot our guns at it.
2,500 yards.
Stand by to fire. Fire.
All escorts, contact Jig has most likely been sunk by a blood.
Okay, no, I did get Jig. All right.
This is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact.
Got Jig, not item.
Results.
Stand by to fire.
Whatever, keep shooting.
Fire. Fire.
Bloodhound, this
Fire.
is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Easy. Last
Fire.
known bearing 288.
Fire.
Range 5,400 yards.
Fire.
From Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Fox. Last known bearing 216. Range 8,300 yards. From Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. George, bearing 276. Range 5,400 yards. From Bloodhound.
Lost contact. King. Last bearing 003. Last range 2,200
All right,
yards.
nice hockey. Did you get Fox with that run?
Sonar contact. Bearing 3.
Must have.
4,
Yep.
3.
Now they're going after Easy.
Range 1,700
And we are going after
Bloodhound,
King.
this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George.
The other hockey, get up here.
All ships, maneuver to avoid.
Roger. Hockey engaging contact. King.
Lost contact. How? Last bearing 311. Last range 1,000 yards.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact.
Bearing 316. Range 700 yards. Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 318. Appears to be periscope feather. 300 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Bloodhound, this is Maple.
Okay, let's get this periscope here.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 02.
I lowered it.
Appears to be periscope feather.
Well, let's say about there. Yeah, not bad. That's Hal.
Last bearing 2.
How about there, Hal?
5. Last range. Fire 300 yards.
All escorts, contact Fox has most likely been sunk by Hockey. Well done.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. How? Bearing 147. Range 200 yards. From Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 1.
Really? All I got was some light damage?
Searching. Red Oak. Position for survivors. Bearing 234. Range 2,300 yards. From Gad.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Steady.
The enemy is retreating. All escorts, return to formation and resume sonar.
Nope, they're all like, run away! Okay, good. Well, that was another relatively short battle, but then again, it is the first battle of the mission, so it'll no doubt get longer. Let's see how we did. Survey says we got a major victory. Only 1 ship lost, 6 sunk.
I am very pleased with the crew's performance today. They really worked like a well-oiled machine. The convoy saw very small losses today. If it hadn't been for that first U-boat that got through, we would have come out unscathed. The Germans took a beating today. I hope they withdraw their subs. They certainly cannot continue to sustain losses like we dealt them in this battle. Fate threw everything but the kitchen sink at us, but we kept fighting and prevailed. Overall, I'd say we are doing a really good job. I've just learned that there are some lone merchants in the vicinity, attempting to cross the pond on their own. I wish them luck, but if they encounter a U-boat, their fate will most likely be sealed.